You know, we all three of us share something in common that none of us, and none of our teams made a big deal about. We're all part of some of the original biracial tag teams. You know, Jerry had Thunderbolt Patterson, one of the very first black and white tag teams. You had with Devon, one of the very first with ECW, and then me and Ron, you know, because back in the 70s and 80s, back when Jerry first kind of broke that mold, you know, then you had Owen, obviously, and Coco Beware, but there weren't, most of the times you had natives with natives, cowboys with cowboys, Samoans with Samoans, Italians with Italians, Japanese with Japanese. You didn't cross that line. It was just kind of everything was a stereotype. We broke that stereotype and not only broke it, but didn't make a big deal out of it.
It was, I don't think it was never a big deal.
Right.
Ron was your partner, Devon was my partner, and that's all it ever was. We were two men on the same journey, two professionals on the same journey with the exact same goals in mind, to make a shitload of money and be the best at what we do. And that was it. And have a blast doing it.
Yeah, WWE tried to do something one time about you know, one of the first biracial tag teams in WWE that really kind of made it, you know, and stayed together for quite some time. And Ron wouldn't allow it. And I was so glad he wouldn't, you know, because he said, this isn't about race. This is about two friends. If you make it about race, then it becomes about race. He said, it's much more important, as an example, that there's nothing made about it, because there was nothing to it.
And with me and Devon, it was always 50-50. The white guy didn't shine more than the black guy, or the black guy didn't shine more than the white guy. It was always an even amount. We were very conscious about staying right here with one another. Same thing with you and Ron. When I thought of the APA, you brought 50% to the table, and so did he. And Ron was a former, you know, African-American world heavyweight champion, but you guys were at that level and you were a cohesive unit. Like when I watched Hawk and Animal, it was always like Hawk had the edge to me. There was just a little bit something extra about Hawk. When I watched you and Ron, same. Me and Devon, same. It wasn't until you went off on your own that we realized, all right, John has something special and unique that now is able to come to the forefront.
And that was all due to Ron. I mean, I was Justin Hawk Bradshaw. I'd been first match for several years. It wasn't like there was anything great about me, you know, that Ron.
You were just thrilled to be in that position, to be there.
Oh,
right?
My goodness. Yeah. They asked Ron if it was okay to tag with me. They didn't ask me if it was okay to tag with Ron, you know, because they knew I would accept. I mean, that was freaking Ron Simmons, man. It was the first black heavyweight champion, which is how he likes to classify himself. That's why we say black heavyweight champion instead of African American, because that's how the phraseology Ron likes to use. And it was all Ron. He was the much bigger name, and he made sure that was 50-50 because he was taking care of me, which that was really cool of Ron. That's how Ron is. He did one day, we're sitting there before the matches, we're watching some kids practice some big flips and flops, and somebody said, "Hey, Ron, what would you do if they want to do that with you?" He goes, "Tag John."